and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Set, 180. Let's go. Regular. I got you.
A first down throw from Mayfield. It's complete to Golden Tate. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
King.
Throwing, Mayfield. He completes it to Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First down, Jacksonville.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got his man. This is Tate. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Point it right.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to Tate. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Hey, blue 60.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Blue 60.
Watch the screen. Watch
Real right, 22.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Robert Foster, an even 90 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check 52, come on.
Bravo.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Never mind, 52, right 52. Got it.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want...
And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here's is Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, alert 33. You ain't got nothing. Hey, Haywood. 52, Mike, 52.
Watch the run, watch the
Up.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Hey, come on, no. Watch out.
Mayfield. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Hurry.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
20. Regular.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Hey, 180. 52.
It's been a long day for you.
Regular.
52 is the mic, boy, 52. I'm coming. Smooth. 52 is the mic. Mike 52. Check.
Mike 52. Kings. Watch out.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jalen Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
To throw, Mayfield. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Marr able to put this one through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Hey, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
First down, Mayfield. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield down. He gets this with a Garcon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
52, come on. Bring it. Bring it.
Alert, 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 alert. 52, by 52. Hey, wahoo. No, check that.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
It's a gain of 6.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, we got time right. I got it.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
Alert, alert. 52, by 52.
And again, it's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
By 52. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Mayfield with it once more. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Result of the play, 1st down and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
50-50.
On first down, Stafford here. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Alert!
Mike 51. Yeah. You don't want none.
On second down, it's Gordon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. How about this defense? For a 3rd straight play, he's going nowhere. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This is taken at the 3. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Know your job. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long.
On third down, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And Tate's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Regular. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, watch the slam. Hey, alert. Switch.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Richard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Hey, Mike 52, get in the weight room.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Golden Tate, his third touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go. Come on, man. Pick it up.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
Hey, Mike. 180.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch tight end.
Hey, 50.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
5. Hey.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. Open man, here's Foster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Gordon on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Stafford. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
9. The Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now Gordon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Kill, kill, kill.
Run.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
Team spill.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This is Coleman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Right 52, right 52. Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, Sue.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Hurry.
Check.
Real.
Check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Tight end run. Alert. 3 out. Where's 52?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, alert.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Back to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike 52. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty
Hey, we're 33.
Check the back.
Coleman now. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 133. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 552. Watch the slap. Hey, Charlie. 152.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 64 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Pettis once again the target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Point it right. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Check.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Mike 7. Hey, alert.
Mike 54.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for the Bengals TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop.